Chemistry is, well, technically, chemistry is the study of matter. But I prefer to see it as the study of change. Now, just think about this. Electrons, they change their energy levels. Molecules change their bonds. Huh? Elements, they combine and change into compounds. Well, that's all of life, right? I mean, it's the constant, it's the cycle, it's solution, dissolution, just over and over and over. It is growth, then decay, then transformation. It is fascinating, really.
So, first off, I just want to say I am so sorry this is late. I've been wrapped up in work, and I've also been wrapped up playing GTA 5, and I can't play it right now because my PS3 is broken and I need to get it repaired, and it's really hard. But hey, you're not here to hear about that. You're here to hear about my thoughts on Breaking Bad, the episode before the finale. Now, in terms of the finale, well, it's so big, I can't handle it. I think I'll need to hand it over to someone else. Cheers to such a infection, yes, we touch the fourth dimension. You see, Katie, this is Bro. Follow your growth, follow your growth, follow your growth. Charming fellow, isn't he? Okay, so I apologize, my memory is probably going to be a little bit fuzzy with this episode, but yeah, as we know, the last episode was, Jesus Christ, shit went down in that episode, and I was wondering how they were going to follow it up, and it followed out pretty well. I can't really remember the episode as a whole, so I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm just going to be talking about like the characters and their overarching stories and things like that. Okay, so let's start off with Todd and his family. They have Walt's money, they have Jesse cooking for them because he's the only one that can produce a product that's, as good as Walt's. And his product is really good. It's about 96% as opposed to Walt's 99%, which is a hell of a lot better than the 60% piss they were producing earlier, so, But, obviously Jesse, he's not happy, he's a prisoner, and he obviously wants to get out, but easier said than done. And, eventually, he's like just kind of looking at the picture, and like he notices that they left a paperclip on that picture, and he realizes that if he can, he realizes that he can take the paperclip and pick the lock on his handcuffs and his chains and everything, and at least try to escape. So yeah, he's doing that. Basically, he's in like a huge cage underground. It's like a hole in the ground, basically, with a cage on top, and yeah, that's basically where he stays. And yeah, he's just like trying to reach and grab for the bars and try and push it open, but God only knows how long he's been doing that. But yeah, that's basically what he's doing at the moment. Get into a little bit more. Um, Skylar, Walt Jr., Marie, they're all trying to keep pushing forward. Skylar's been brought in for questioning because the cops, even though Walt put everything on himself, they know that there's more to it than that. They know that Skylar must have known or must have been involved or something like that. So, yeah, she's like been brought in for questioning. I don't know, she has like a deer in headlights look. She doesn't know what to do, what to say, who to side with, or anything like that. So, yeah, that's what she's doing for the first part of the episode. And then we have Saul Goodman, who he's basically into that witness relocation thing that he has with this guy who can apparently erase everything you've ever done and grant you a whole new life, basically. So yeah, he wants to do that. He wants out. Like, he wants to move away. And it turns out that Walt got to the guy before him, obviously, but they end up Walt and Sorghum, they end up like sharing a room together until the guy finds a place for them. And it's a really interesting scene because Saul, like, he's not the guy, the big lawyer, the guy on the billboards or anything like that. He's not the guy that you better call. He's just a regular guy now. Like, he has no power. He has no say in anything. He's just a guy. And Walt, he's like, he wants to bring Saul along and say, not sure why, but I guess since Saul can basically talk his way out of a lot of things, and he's just like, yeah, we're not done until it's like in the scene, I think at the beginning of season 5, where Walt just walks up to Saul and he's like, we're done. When I say we're done. Or something like that. And this time it's like almost identical, except for it's like, we're done. When the cancer is getting to him and he's getting pretty much weaker and weaker by the day. So yeah, while that's going on, like, while Walt is basically incapacitated, like, Saul just grabs his shit and he's just, yeah, see ya, I'm out of here. He's gone. So, yeah, Walt, he's basically, yeah, let's get to Walt now. He has his transfer, he's out in either Nebraska or Nova Scotia, I'm not sure, but it's basically a really isolated, remote area in the mountains, and there's nothing around him. No people, no civilization, no nothing, no stores. He's there on his own, and he's just isolated from the world. But he has his money, so that's something. But yeah, the interesting thing about this episode is that it kept things moving. Like, I think a lot of Breaking Bad episodes, like, as good as they were, a lot of them, well, some of them were like kind of slow at parts, but we're getting to the finale now. They obviously have to get things moving, and basically a month passes. Like, I forgot to mention, he finds his with all of his stuff that he brought with him, his Heisenberg hat has followed him as well, and it's quite an amusing scene because, like, he puts on his Heisenberg hat, he walks up, and he's just like, he walks up to the gate, because the guy who dropped him off there, who's the guy who basically cleans the slate for you, he says, yeah, once you pass that gate, I don't know you, I'm not coming back here, blah blah blah. So, yeah, he's just walking up to the gate, and he's like, just like, yeah, got his game face on, like, yeah, let's go fuck some shit up. And then he's walking, he's just like, got this really stern look, like, yeah, let's go, but there's nothing here or nobody here to deal with. So I'm just gonna turn around and walk back to my cabin. That was a really amazing scene. I don't know if it was meant to be played for laughs or anything, but I found it pretty funny. But yeah, like I said, the guy he says that, oh yeah, I'm gonna come by every month and drop you some supplies like food, magazines, clothes, etc., etc. So basically, some more time passes, like a month passes, and he goes back and, what has hair now? And it was really, I don't know, it was really subtle the way they did that. Like, it wasn't like some huge massive reveal like, oh yeah, he has hair now. He was just like sitting down reading his paper, and then he just took off his beanie, and I was just like, and I sat there for 2 minutes. I was thinking, something is different here. There's something here. And I was just like, shit, he has hair. And I had to rewind. I was like, wait a second. And yeah, he took off his hat. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I kind of knew that a month had passed since the guy said I'll come every month. But yeah. But yeah, the guy basically brings him up to speed about what's been happening. Apparently his house is, barricaded, and I think it's up for sale, but I'm not sure. Don't know why anyone would probably want to buy the house. But yeah, and while he's getting his chemotherapy done and everything, not sure how safe that is to a home, but he hasn't got any choice, so he does his chemotherapy at home. And this, you could tell everything is just starting to dawn on him, and the fact that he's all alone out in this place with no one to talk to, no one to bounce things off of, no phone, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, no phones, no cell phones, no TV. Actually, there is a TV, but it doesn't have any cable or reception or anything. I bet he has a few videotapes in 2013. So yeah, he's lonely, and he asks the guy, oh yeah, can you just chill for a bit? I'll give you $10,000. The guy, he's reluctant at first, he probably has a lot to do, so he's just like, yeah, I'll give you $10,000 to be my friend, basically. It's that's how desperate war is now. But yeah, and then Jesse, he's like I said, he's down in cage, and Todd passes down some ice cream for his badge. I was like, that was a nice gesture, even if Todd is a total dick. But yeah, well, Jesse asked Todd, yeah, can you leave the covers off because I want to look up at the stars. And I thought, Jesse's up to something. He's onto something, yeah. And at first I thought, okay, this is great, this is genius, this is going to be great, he's going to escape and everything. And I even wrote something on Twitter about it, and my cousin was like, no, not really. And I started thinking, yeah, security, the guards, yeah, it's not going to be that easy. So yeah, he gets out of the cage and he starts running for the gate, but you see the security camera caught him and everyone's out, and they basically says, yeah, just do it, just kill me. But these guys, they're not going to let him off that easy, so they go to Andrea's house and kill her right in front of Jesse. And when I saw Jesse just just helpless and defenseless, this is the state that I've never seen Jesse in before. He's played prisoner before, maybe to Tuco or something, but never in this degree, and it's just so demoralizing, and no, it's just I hope Jesse kills Tom. But yeah, so they take him back, and then we're back to, and then Lydia shows up. I think, yeah, Lydia and Todd basically have a meeting, sort of, and they talk about, and it's just this is such a weird relationship, like, well, if you can even call it that. Like, she is not interested in him at all, and he like really likes her, and you'd think it'd be cute, but it's sort of weird considering it's Todd, and I don't know. But yeah, they have their little meeting, and they're planning stuff, I guess you could say. But yeah, and then we're back to Walt, and like I said, he's really lonely. So basically, he just goes out. He takes his money, and with the intention of sending it to Walt Jr. And he rings up. He goes to a bar, and he rings up Walt Jr.'s school and asks some waitress or barkeep or whatever, to pretend that she's Marie, and then they talk to each other, and just once again some superb acting in this scene, like the awkwardness, the tension, and it was kind of weird because Walt Jr. had me believing that what his father was saying, but he's like, no, I don't want anything from you. You killed Uncle Hank. Just get out of my life. I hope you die. And wow. And Walt Jr. just completely rejects it, and he just wants to move on. And then Walt, he calls up the police department, the Albuquerque Police Department, and says, "Can I speak with the head of the Walter White investigation?" They're like, "May I ask who's speaking?" Walter White drops the phone. And then he's just like he's just like sitting at the bar drinking, presumably waiting for them to turn him in, because I'm guessing he thought, yeah, there's no point, like, I've been doing this the whole time, I've been doing this for my family, and now, they don't want anything to do with me, so I might as well turn myself in, and I'm going to be dead in about 6 months or whatever, so really, and there's just, if I may go off on a tangent for a second here, it's just really interesting how these characters evolve. I'm talking in particular Walt and Jesse. Like, they basically, their deal was, Walt cooks, Jesse deals. Like, Walt, he has the smarts, the chemistry, he knows how to do the good stuff and everything. And Jesse, he's got the street smarts, he knows how to work, the gangs and the dealers and the gangbangers and stuff. Well, at the time he did anyway. And now, like, as it progressed, like, Walt started learning more and more about how to, deal out in the streets. And at the same time, Jesse was learning more and more about how to cook meth. So it's kind of like they kind of switch roles now, almost. Like, Walt, basically he wanted to kill Jesse because, number one, he was out of the business at the time. But even if he was going back into it, he knows, at the Heisenberg, part of him knows how to do what needs to be done, basically. And he didn't really need Jesse anymore. But, yeah, now, they kind of switch roles. Jesse's meth may not be as good as Walt's, but to everyone else, it's the shit. Everyone loves it, and it's just really interesting to see how that's progressed, and man, the show just does an amazing job of character development like that, and just crazy. But yeah, like I was saying, well, he's like watching the TV, and there's two, I guess, his friends or co-workers or whoever they were at the time, like the ones who basically stole his idea and like made it their own or called it their own and got rich off it, got big. They're now running a charity called I think it's the Walter White Fund, and oh man, like Walt just okay, not just Walt, not just Heisenberg, but Bryan Cranston. Man, this guy, like he's just watching it, and you can see like at first he's kind of curious, then he's getting angry, then you can see like he's gone Heisenberg. He sees like the competition, like I need to make this right, I need to do something about this, and not a word was spoken, but he just the facial expressions and the mannerisms, and this guy knows how to do it and how to do it spot on, and just it's hard to believe that Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, like that show comes on TV quite regularly now. It's reruns, but I just watch it just for Bryan Cranston. Like I used to watch it every now and then back in the day, but just thinking about how much this guy has like developed and honed his craft, and now he's like he's starring in like one of the hottest dramas of all time, hottest shows of all time. And if I may go for another tangent, I heard basically in the UK we don't get Breaking Bad directly through TV. Like as far as I know, you could either torrent it, you could either download it, or you could stream it. But my main source is Netflix for that. And I heard like I don't know how true this is. It's just speculation, but I heard that FX was offered the show in 2007, and apparently they said they rejected it because they had too many anti-hero shows or something. And yeah, and that was in 2007, and in 2011 they tried like desperately to get it back, and they lost out, man. And yeah, it was just really confusing because I was just thinking, why isn't this airing in the UK? Like how hot it is right now. Like I've heard people talk about it, I've heard people reference it. I was watching the news today. This guy was just like, this guy's turning into a star from Breaking Bad or something, and it's just red hot right now. And I was just thinking, why have no never got this? Like then ratings would skyrocket. But if there was ever a reason to get a Netflix account, it's Breaking Bad. Like it's a plethora of shit. Well, it's shit, but at the same time, it could be a review fodder for the future. That's why I watch it. That's why I have it. But there's some decent movies on there too. But yeah, I was just confused as to why like none of these networks had it. And bad judgment call, I guess. Bad timing. I don't know. But I'm guessing in about 2 years or so, this one of these networks, whether it's Sky, whether it's Channel 5, whether it's FX, whoever, is gonna get advertise the shit out of it. But everyone's moved on. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, the cops show up at the bar, and whoa, he's gone. Like, where is he going? What's he gonna do? Who knows? And man, yeah, the finale just happened. But as I said, I do have other plans for that. I don't want to just do this kind of vlog thing. I want to do it. I want to do it right, and I want to do it well enough anyway. But yeah, I think there's a lot that I haven't touched upon. But if there is, I apologise. Like I said, my memory is a little fuzzy, but I've been talking for a while now. But yeah, and the previous reasons like my work and GTA, is the reason why there's been a lack of content on this channel. Like I'm gonna wrap up Holy Terror, probably about 2 more episodes, I guess, and then I'll probably move on to other things, and yeah, I'll just see where it goes from there. But anyone who's been watching these vlogs or watching this series, thank you very much for watching these. I know I tend to ramble on a lot, but you know, this show is just so damn good. Man, oh man. But yeah, I'm looking into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whether I want to start something with that. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. But yeah, guess that's all I have to say about that. I'll catch you guys later.